You gotta do a video. That's what Mr. Skip Smith said as we were walking into the Eisenhower Recreation Center here in the Villages in Florida. Yep, that's right. I found my way back to the Villages, and Skip Smith, who's sitting over there along the ledge there, he was kind enough to invite me up to his home. Skip has been following myself and my dad, for that matter, on YouTube for quite some years, and the hurricane came rolling along, and Skip told me that I should come up and hang out in the Villages and kind of ride out the storm. So he's giving me a tour of the Villages, and in doing so, he said, you gotta come check out the Eisenhower Recreation Center. And all throughout the Villages, which is a community of about 100,000 people, there are these recreation centers. And the recreation centers are just dispersed all throughout the communities here. And what's really special about this recreation center is that a lot of the veterans that live in the Villages asked if they couldn't donate some of their items from the wars. And Skip was telling me that there's some really cool stuff here, right, sir?
Yep, a lot of cool stuff.
You just made Tom TV. You know?
I'm #1 in the world now.
Okay, all right. So, look at this
You'll
place.
Notice at the top, these are all the different uniforms from years past.
Wow, look at that.
And then, of course,
The Capitol, yeah. So Skip was telling me that my dad would have just loved this place, and we're going to take a walk through and just look at some of the memorabilia in here. It's actually really quite impressive. The Villages really is quite a spectacular place. So I'm just going to kind of look around, and they named this after after Ike. There you see a picture of Ike right there, and I see a picture of Ike and Nixon, and there's a aircraft carrier, picture of an aircraft carrier. You got the different uniforms. I'm just going to kind of take a walk. I've done this before in some of these rec centers, and you just never know what. There's a ticket to the inauguration ceremonies for Ike right there. Yes, my dad would have. I like Ike. Here's an old canteen. Look at that. I don't know if that be World War II, perhaps. Quite a display. There's a Christmas ornament that you can see. And I don't know what that is right there. Look at that. Oh, I remember these all too well. These are called MREs, meals ready to eat. And we used to carry those around and boil hot water and put make a meal out of them. The Villages really is a very, very special place. Skip is calling me my attention over here to there's a Japanese flag. Flag captured on Iwo Jima in memory of John Fox, Navy Corpsman, Bronze Star, Purple Heart. Look at that. And that is a flag from Iwo Jima. Is that something? Wow. One flag, one land, one heart, one nation, evermore. Oliver Wendell Holmes wrote that.
All these rooms are in use, we can't get in them. All these rooms are full of memorabilia.
They are, huh? So all the rooms, Skip was just telling me that a lot of these rooms throughout the recreation center are currently being used, and they're just filled up with all types of memorabilia. Boy, Dad, rest his soul, he would have really liked this. Now the lights came on as I walked in. And look at this. Looks like a pack of Philip Morris cigarettes. Pack of cigarettes with the presidential seal on them. Rosie the Riveter. It was a training book from the American aircraft industry. Unfortunately, I don't have my gimbal, if you will, so I'm doing this as a handheld video here. Newspapers: the Herald American, Japan wars on U.S., war Oahu bombed by Japanese planes, from the Honolulu Star Bulletin. America's Greatest Generation. That's what you're looking at here. Collections from America's Greatest Generation. If you're ever coming down through Florida, you really should stop and stay in the villages. They've got a hotel. We've got a hotel here that is rather quite nice. And they have all through the villages they have what they call squares. And every night of the year, with the exception of when they have hurricanes, they'll have entertainment going on here at three different, I think there's 3 different squares in the villages.
There is now. There'll be a fourth one in the next couple of years.
There'll be a 4th square.
Yeah, where they're building a new area. This is the newest one when we get down there. It was opened up about 3 years ago.
I see. We're going to a Skip has taken me around on a tour of the area in the villages in which he lives. And again, it's a villages is made up of about 100,000 people, so it's a rather large city, if you will. Good size city. Here you see a mess kit right there. XPOW 001 license plate. There's an old radio. Maybe that's Japanese radio. And you come off over into this room here and you'll see where there's gentlemen come in and play cards and what have you. Here is the villages. Give a shout out to Iniku up in Massachusetts. She'd probably love coming down here and doing some entertaining for these wonderful people down here. All right, so that is your tour of the Eisenhower Recreation Center here in the Villages in beautiful Florida.